Hello and thank you for tuning in. My name is Hilke. If we haven't met before, it's lovely to meet you. Today I will guide you through an Yin practice. It will be an introduction to Yin class. So what Yin is, we basically hold poses for longer. So from 2 minutes on, sometimes a bit longer than 2 minutes. And what we're going to do is we're going to stress our connective tissue, our fascia. And within that, it's based on the Chinese medicine, so on the meridians. So we will touch on that as well, but I won't dive too deep into that as yet for this introduction class. So expect nice, long, juicy holds, stillness, and just a really lovely gift that you can give to yourself. All right, you will need some props for this. So I have a block, a bolster, but I also have a towel because that would do the job as well. So if you don't have any of that, don't worry. I'm gonna make sure that you can do this from home with props you have at home, but you will need something for Yin. So make sure you got a pillow, or make sure you got a rolled up beach towel, something that has a bit of volume to help you through the practice. That's how we are gonna make our postures a bit easier or a bit harder. So you will definitely need them. All right, let's get started. First pose is going to be a child's pose. So bring your knees out wide and the toes can be touching. Slowly walk your hands forward onto the mat. And then slowly drop your chest towards the earth. Let the forehead melt as well. And the first minute is always looking for the right position, looking for the right spot. If you feel here you want to put something underneath your chest to support you a bit more, you can. So just put something underneath your chest like this. Maybe something underneath your forehead can be really nice, or at the back of the knees. If you feel you're a bit stiffer through the ankles, through the back body, that could be really nice as well. So if you need that extra support, try a few things out and choose what works for you. And then slowly drop into the pose. If you feel you have a bit more space, you can bring your knees out a bit wider. You might feel this in your hips, or your back. Doesn't really matter where you feel it. Just bring your attention to that spot and breathe. We're going to stay in this child's pose for a few more minutes, just dropping into the practice. Because we have some longer holds in Yin, you might notice different sensations within different poses. You might find some uncomfortableness. See if you can breathe around it. Relax around it. We don't really want to be super comfortable in yin. We're looking for a place of attention in our body. So a place where you need to give your body a little bit more love. Maybe something that's stuck, maybe some energy that is stuck there. And through the poses, we try and open it up so the energy can flow. In Chinese medicine, we call this qi. Stay here for a couple more breaths. One more breath here. Make sure you fully empty on the exhale. And then slowly walk your hands back towards you. Take your time to come out of the pose. Get rid of any props if you had any props. And then slowly make your way onto your back. It doesn't really matter how you do that, as long as you come onto your back, or maybe your elbows. Give your knees a bit of a hammock. So swing them from side to side. Just to release the lower back. And slowly extend your legs, come all the way to your back, just for a bit of a rest. So you will see in these yin classes that from time to time after a pose, we take a small break, which is called a rebound. It's just to process the pose, to flush anything out that you opened up. And then we're going to come up, and I'm going to offer you two options. So first option is to roll towards your side. And then slowly bring yourself up. So that's one, to come up. The other one is to bring both legs up in the air and then give them a little swing and come up. So it's a more of an active pose. All right, moving into a bridge over bolster or your prop. So either use a block, bolster, or your towel, doesn't really matter, as long as you have something to elevate. So grab your prop, bring it underneath your sacrum, and then slowly extend your legs back out. So your sacrum is lifted. The whole front line of the body gets a really nice stretch here. maybe bring your hands overhead just to create a bit more stretch at the front lines. So it doesn't have to be super intense as long as you feel something. So something at the front is opening up. If you're laying here and thinking, not much happening for me, maybe you want to add something extra. So maybe you want to change your prop or put an extra pillow underneath you. So super important to take your time to find the right position before we can get into stillness or still-ish. If you feel your lower back is pinchy, bring your prop a bit more lower towards the sacrum. So you really want it to be at that bit firmer spot on the bone. A few deep belly breaths can be really nice here. See if you can relax your face. Bring your toes relaxed. Your hands. Couple more breaths here. Two more breaths, nice deep belly breaths. After those two belly breaths, slowly bring your feet in, drag them in towards you, and then roll off your prop. So come towards the side, get rid of what was underneath you, and then curl in onto your side like a small little ball. Just having a rest here for a moment. And slowly make yourself back up. Slowly extend your legs in front of you. You can just relax the toes, maybe walk a bit on your bottom to create a bit more space. See if you can lengthen your spine, lengthen your lower back. You might need to grab your prop again to sit on, just so you can create a bit more length here, because we want to go dive into that whole back line here. So from here, inhale, reach the arms up, and on your exhale, bend forward from your hip creases until you feel you come to an edge, and then slowly release, round your spine, let go of the head, so really relax your neck down. And it's super nice to floss around a bit, because most of the time we carry a lot of tension at the back of our neck. So it's really good to really let go of your head. Really relax it down. Let it be heavy. So we'll be here for 4 minutes. See if you can straighten the legs as much as possible to really dive into that back line. The beauty about Yin is that every pose with every body feels different and looks different, because we all have different bodies. So we can't really expect all our bodies to look the same in the same poses, because they're not. So accept where you are at this moment, and see if you can let go a bit more. Can you breathe around uncomfortable spots? Can you let go? You don't have to be super still all the time. You can floss around in your neck. If you need to come up and have a bit of a breather, come up, and then slowly dive back in. Over halfway. Use your breath. Sometimes it's really nice to have a really deep sigh out of the mouth.
Super nice. Almost there. Alright, have one more deep breath in through the nose. And stay for the exhale. Can you let go a bit more? Slowly use your hands to walk yourself up, but take your time to come out of the pose. So there's no rush in Yin. Everything is nice and slow. Come all the way down to the back. Lay on the floor onto your mat. And just let go, release. Feel a flushing maybe through your legs. Maybe you don't notice anything, and that's fine as well. Just trust your body that it's reforming at this moment. Moving into the next pose, and you won't need any props for this one. Moving into banana pose. So walk your legs out towards the right as far as you can, and then extend your arms and bring them towards the right as well, so you're literally in a banana shape. And with your right hand, grab your left wrist and see if you notice something happening on the left side of your body. See if you feel a stretch. If you want to go a bit deeper, you can bring your left ankle on top of your right. Maybe that helps you. Otherwise, you can also grab your elbows to intensify. This is not a really deep stretch, so don't worry too much if you don't feel much going on. See if you can relax your arms. You want to keep both shoulders onto the floor, hips onto the floor, feet onto the floor unless you crossed one ankle over the other. So we'll stay here for 3 minutes. That's super nice because one side of the body gets a really nice stretch, whereas the other side of the body is compressing, which is super nice for your organs to be squeezed. And then once we release, getting that flushing through the side of the body that's being compressed. Relax your toes. Relax your face. Notice where the sticky parts are. Bring your breath towards that spot. Almost there on this side. Alright, take your last deep breath in. And on your exhale, release. Come back to center slowly. Unravel your legs. And walk your legs, your heels over towards the left. Walk your hands over towards the left. Choose if you want to bring one ankle over the other. Maybe you are already happy where you are. Maybe you want to grab the elbows. Maybe you have your right wrist in your left hand. And this side might be different than the other side, especially in Yin, when we do things towards both sides. It can feel really different in the body because we're not symmetrical. So 3 minutes on this side. Compressing the left side, stretching the right side. So if you can relax your arms, check if both shoulders are touching the floor. Because if you lift up your right arm, your right elbow, you're missing out on the side stretch. You feel the intention or where you felt a bit of stickiness, if you feel that's fading away, you can always adjust. Maybe grab your elbows, maybe bring that right ankle on top of your left. And find a new sweet spot. Sometimes you need to look a bit for that spot. So sometimes it's already there, but you just don't notice it. Sometimes it's very strong and you definitely notice immediately if it's there. One more more minute on this side. Last breath here. Deep inhale. And on your exhale, slowly come back to center. Take your time. And stay here for a bit of a rest. If you want to move, you can definitely bring your knees up, soles of the feet onto the mat, bit of windscreen wipers, knees from side to side, only if you feel like it. So Yin is a very, very personal practice. Everyone's experience is different, hence why everyone's choices might be different in using props or no props, and in which way, moving or staying still. And when you're ready, roll over onto your belly, bringing your left hand underneath your face and your right arm scoops under, just between where your chest is and your chin. So quite high. You feel nice stretch into your shoulder, right shoulder. Now bring your left knee up into half frog. So in addition to your right arm scooping it under, left knee comes up. So we're working in the arm lines, the arm meridians, but also the lower body meridians by adding the leg, so the left leg. You can have your forehead face down, maybe one your cheek onto the floor. See where you want to place your left hand, so you can have it underneath your forehead. Maybe you want to just bring it forward. So there's no right or wrong in this. Stay for 2 minutes. See if there's anywhere in your body where you're holding tension. And see if you can release the tension. See if you can let go. might even experience temperature differences during yin. So it can become really hot in certain places or maybe colder. You really want to stay warm most of the time in yin, so we don't really want cold during our yin practice. And slowly roll your left arm open towards the ceiling so you come into a twist. So legs stay where they are and open up the left arm towards the left side so you twist open. So we're transitioning from that half frog leg, half cuddle with your arms into a twist. Staying here for a moment. Maybe notice what it does in your arms. You notice some sensations. And slowly roll back onto your right side. Release your right arm underneath you and come back onto your belly. So we're moving towards the other side now. So left hand as a pillow underneath your forehead. The left arm scoops under the right arm, so onto your left shoulder, just above your chest, in between your chin and chest. And choose where you want to place it. Right arm, maybe it's nice as a pillow, maybe you want to extend it forward. See where you want to place it. And bring your right knee open up towards your armpit, your right armpit. So into half frog. Half cuddle, half frog, other side. Really let the shoulder drop into the earth. And again, notice how this side might be feeling different from the other side. The beautiful thing that Yin teaches us is how to find comfortness within the stillness. So we always live busy lives, social lives, work lives. What happens when you stop? Be still. And slowly roll onto your back, opening up that right arm towards your side, shoulder height, open up into a twist. Left knee stays, right knee stays towards the left. Right arm opens up, right shoulder touching the floor. Into a supine twist. Choose where you want to place your head, maybe towards your right hand. Sometimes it feels better to put it towards the left hand. You can even place your left hand onto your right knee. And slowly release, come out of your twist. Get ready for Pentacle, which is the yin name for Shavasana. Make sure you're warm. So if you want to grab maybe a blanket or jumper, put on some socks, you absolutely can. And then come laying down onto your back. We're going to do a nice deep rest. So we'll stay here for around 6 minutes, processing the practice, everything that you just did in your body. Really allow your body to settle it down, melt into the earth. You slowly drift off. Slowly bring your awareness back to the physical body. Notice the breath. When you're ready, roll onto your favorite side before you slowly come up. Make your way towards a seated position. It can be either cross-legged or maybe on your knees. And bring the palms together. Create some heat. And then slowly bring your hands just underneath your belly button. So we call this a chi rub. Bring some extra chi, energy, warmth into your body. You can basically put it anywhere, but if you put it where we are doing it now, underneath your belly button, it basically brings a sense of grounding. Slowly bring the palms in front of your heart and namaste. Thank you so much for practicing Yin with me. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.